It's hard to believe tech millionaire Bryan Johnson is 46 years old. But no matter his chronological
Just look
age,
at Magic Johnson.
he's striving for the biological age of an 18-year-old.
So if you're not familiar with this aging and lifestyle guru, Bryan Johnson, here's a quick refresher.
Right now is the very first time in human history where you can say with a straight face, you may not die.
You believe that?
Oh, there's no question.
It's hard to believe tech millionaire Bryan Johnson is 46 years old. But no matter his chronological
Just look
age,
at Magic Johnson.
he's striving for the biological age of an 18-year-old. His team of 30 doctors utilize all the latest tech. The plan is rigorous.
Now, here's the thing. None of this would matter if thousands of people weren't following this guy's advice.
Yeah.
So weird health hacks like he does plasma transfusions. He gets them from his son. He takes 111 daily supplements.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
It only gets weirder. He advocates for genital shock therapy.
What?
Commonly known as staring at this picture of Gorlock. So that's the,
Ah.
I think it works.
He measures his number of nighttime erections.
Oh,
Does?
man. So he's got to put something, a contraption on his penis,
Yes.
right?
I would suppose.
It's like a CPAP machine, but kind of
Unless
like,
he's waking up every time and like, don't wake daddy, hitting the ticker, in which case you're ruining your sleep.
Yeah,
You got like an Apple Watch.
he's got a night nurse. He's got a night nurse who's always got her hands around it.
He has an Apple Chinese ring.
Yeah.
Oh, you were so big.
Nightly erection.
After today's show, if I wore the Apple wiener ring, it would be dormant all night. Are you? It's like when Netflix says, "Are you still watching this?"
Wiener ring.
Wiener.
It just keeps falling off.
As long as it's made of like alligator.
Yes.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah, it is. It's more expensive than crocodile because of the mineral deposits.
See, there you go.
And the scales.
And it's more pliable.
Sorry, I should not crocodile.
pliable.
Cayman. Admonish me. Cayman boots are cheaper than gator boots, which is crazy because they have gator farms. You would think it wouldn't be. Yeah, there you go.
Right?
Crockery. Now,
Cayman ain't as thick.
yeah.
Oh boy.
It's really hard to find good man in gator boots. You only buy this Cayman knockoffs and shit. What's
Guys.
that, lizard? If you want to get with me, then make it real.
All right.
Guy's poor. He's got Cayman boots.
Yes.
And a Cayman cock ring.
I want a hat. I really, really, really want. I want a hostess.
So this week, now Johnson. So all of these things are being advocated and being flooded into your children's timelines. That's the problem. Remember someone out there said that the sauna would increase your testosterone by 600%?
Yeah.
So here's another one. Johnson made some waves now. Now it extends to these comments and thoughts regarding humanity.
We're right now in a moment, like the last moment where like things kind of have been how they have been, but they're about to change radically. And in this new future, we can't predict what's going to happen. We no longer have that ability. And so we're living in a zeroth world. And so Gen Zero is a group of multi-ethnic, multinational people who rise up and they say, we are willing to courageously step into the future. And we're willing to divorce or open to divorce from ourselves all human norms, all human customs, all human thought. And we're willing to say we're wide open about everything.
Eyes like a white lab
Absolute
rat.
blank slate.
Yeah, he hates our species.
But this, by the way,
That's a guy who wants to mesh with machines right now.
A guy who transfused with his own son's blood, which that's the medical journal.
Yes.
Peer review.
Yes. Vampire.
It's just like, but he hates humanity. But this is, you think that guy hasn't done some Botox or had some face work done?
I mean,
he wants you to believe it's
had.
because he measures his nighttime boners.
That's a
I just
dye
look
job.
like this. This is all natural. This is because I do genital shock therapy. You can't see the laugh lines. No, because you're joyless.
Yeah.
Now,
8, those are rookie numbers. You got to pump that up.
yes, you do.
God, and he's shaved down. He's got somebody who shaves him with a straight razor. I'm so turned on, right? I mean, I'm so grossed out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I think there's something very strange about this longevity, this quest for the longevity, which is really at the end of the day, you've got to be kind of anti-human because he wants to be the last guy standing.
It comes from an anti-human worldview. And this is something, too, Christians, you need to understand when you say, I hate people. No. If you're God says you're to love people, to be clear. You can be annoyed by people, but you are to love people. This man hates people. And this, by the way, mirrors exactly what you will see from all of these atheist communist regimes of all time. This exact was tried in Pol Pot's Cambodia. It was called Year Zero.
It sounds familiar? Generation Zero?
Yep. Year Zero. They eliminated all culture, tradition, right? That was a part of it. They outlawed private property, religious practice. They, during the Khmer Rouge, 1.7 million people died, which doesn't sound like a lot when you compare to that, but that's 21% of the population. And they weren't just killing people because they were Jews or they were handicapped. They were killing people because they wore glasses.
Yes, smart people.
They were intellectuals.
Yes.
The idea was always that we can create utopia on Earth.
Right.
And that is the most dangerous thing, because if you're going to try to create utopia on Earth, you're trying to perfect human beings, and you're getting rid of all their imperfections. And then the problem is you have a lot of people that are already beyond that. They've been too indoctrinated. You can't change them with a re-education camp, so they have to go.
Right.
We have to remove that. That was the communist mentality.
Just like that was in
Mao. That's what Pol Pot did. That's what all of them did.
Yeah. Well, the killing fields they actually had a killing tree. Infants and other people, they were just bashed to death against a tree. Because at a certain point, too, communism doesn't work, totalitarianism doesn't work, so you don't have the money to kill people effectively. And I don't know if you remember this, too. This happened with Mao, by the way. The problem is when you determine that humanity is a problem, it has to be one person, one voice determining how humanity is a problem and how to fix it. Then these people get too entrenched in their lies, like, I don't know, genital shock therapy, adding a few months to your life. With Mao, remember they said it was actually the problem with all of this famine, it's all of these sparrows.
Right.
That's what they said.
What?
Yeah. He said it was the sparrows, because he had caused the famine. They said, no, sparrow. Sparrow caused no fool, kill sparrow, solve problem. So people killed all the sparrows.
Wow.
Which then, of course, brought in more insects, which created more famine. And they had, you know how they killed the sparrows? They would bang pots and pans.
Oh, right.
Until the sparrows wouldn't land, which is cruel. They're about like, all right, let me bang, 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 bang. Oh, shit.
Yeah. But, we got to remember, you got to remind people, Larry Page, who was the founder of Google, accused when Elon Musk was raising the dangers of AI, making AI, and he said, this is not good for humanity. And Larry Page said something to the effect of, don't be such a, or, I see you're a speciesist.
Yeah.
Meaning you favor the human species over everything else, which means equivalent to being a racist, right? Mm-hmm. So what's to say that meshing with machines, sentient machines, isn't a better way forward, and maybe this sort of rusty biological heritage needs to go by the wayside.
Yeah.
And that's a godless notion. The idea is that
playing God.
We can be God.
And then every now and then I listen to them, and then I see Gorlock the Destroyer and say, you know what? Maybe they have a point. But then I think of Gorlock meshing with machine. That's not a mech warrior that I want to see.
No, I don't. Watch Ladder with Crowder live Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.